we are drafting Philadelphia athletes you would want at your Thanksgiving dinner table.
Yes.
And I think we all know there's a clear number one, and it's the guy that Luke has taken, I think, in like 3 straight drafts. But I specifically wanted number one just to give him pain.
No.
This is what you get for
changing your stance on Baker Mayfield.
I'd take Baker Mayfield if this was all athletes. No. This is Philly athletes.
I feel like Baker at a Thanksgiving table would be electric.
Exactly. See, Luke's really come around. With the number one overall pick, I think this is very easy. I want Jason Kelsey at my dinner table.
Yep.
He's the top Philly athlete. Present, past, who cares? Jason Kelsey at your Thanksgiving table is going to be amazing.
Yeah. That's my number 2 overall. I have a different number 1 overall. Which I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick with my first round.
You don't think are we playing?
Wow.
Is it all time Philly athletes?
Yes,
Okay,
yes. This
cool.
is past, present, any Philly athlete at your Thanksgiving table.
Yeah, personally, my list, like if you just look at past or present,
Crazy.
I have one that I really want at my table.
Let's hear it.
Jared McCain. He's the same age as me. He's 20.
Okay.
It would be awesome. I think
All
we'd
right.
just be friends, not gonna lie. And that's why, because like all these other guys are older, you know, it would probably be a little bit harder to connect with them on a personal level. But like Jared McCain, I think it'd be just so sick just to like, we'd talk at Thanksgiving dinner and then we literally just go play basketball. I think it'd be so fun.
That'd be cool.
Would you be okay with like being in a couple of TikToks?
Oh yeah,
during
100%.
That would actually fit. That would fit much better with
100%.
Parker than with us.
Yeah, that's
Jared McCain's gonna be at somebody's table.
That's my number 1 overall.
Yeah.
He's literally our age. He's 20 years old. Like that's just that'd be
insane.
so awesome.
We're getting old.
That's
I've got 3rd and 4th pick here. Got the wraparound, and I'm going double Brandons. Brandon Graham, Brandon Marsh.
Dang it, those are 2 really good ones.
I've heard from
That's really good.
Just like listening to podcasts, listening to whatever, like hearing Philly athletes talk. Brandon Graham seems like one of the funniest guys on the field, one of the most trash-talking guys on the field. He seems like a really talkative guy. I think he'd be electric to have at the Thanksgiving table. I think he'd really get into it with the in-laws, and I think that'd be something that would be so fun to be watching us talk to. And then again, Brandon Marsh is just kind of that guy. I don't know. He just seems like the guy, like, you heard him in the mic'd up moments. Like, he's part of the daycare. I think it's just, he's kind of that guy. I think having both Brandons there would really elevate that Thanksgiving table.
Yeah,
that's great.
That's really good.
I love those.
I love that too. My 2nd round pick, I'm going to go just the classic, a guy that, again, I really want to just talk with. I'm thinking about this as more so just like guys that I want to know, because if they're going to be sitting at a Thanksgiving dinner table with me, like that means I get to talk with them. So it would be Jalen Hurts, my 2nd overall pick.
Yeah. Dang it. I was considering.
Yeah, and the reason why is just because I want to ask him just about his mentality on like life in general. I think he has a really positive attitude, and he's a Christian as well, and so I just want to ask him a lot of questions.
Absolutely.
Nice. That's a good one. Man, okay. With my 2nd overall pick, I'm taking Smitty, Skinny Batman, Devontae Smith.
Yes.
Because, again, like referencing the mic'd up, he's always so funny when he's mic'd up. The stuff he says is hilarious. Just seems like a fun guy to hang out with. And now I'm thinking I have 2 Eagles teammates in my head. I don't want to give them away because I don't want you guys to take them. I have 2 of his Eagles teammates in my head that I would like to pair him with. And I think they're two good options by themselves, but I think I have to go with the chemistry and take A.J. Brown. Him and Smitty back-to-back. Skinny Batman, Swole Batman. I think the 2 of them together. I love seeing the camaraderie that A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith have. A.J. got him the birthday cake and sang to him for his birthday a couple weeks ago. I love seeing that with receivers because in the NFL, there's so many receivers who are like egotistical and like fighting for targets, but like to see 2 wide receivers who are clearly friends on the same team is awesome. And so I think those 2 with Jason Kelsey, we're building an Eagles-centric table, but I think those 2 will be a blast to have sitting. They're sitting next to each other at my table.
I like that. I like that.
That's really
and there's a guy that's going to be sitting next to Jalen Hurts at my table, partially because he's on the offensive line, Give me the Aussie, Jordan Mailata.
Oh, I love that pick. That's a great pick.
We obviously, you were just talking chemistry, O-line quarterback. You know, we got the chemistry, but also I want to. Jordan Mailata just seems like a fun guy to be around.
Absolutely.
We need a guy at our table that's like, you know, just head over heels taller than people. You know, so he's the big guy. He's the guy that's gonna put down like tons and tons of turkey. You know,
he's gonna be taking a nap after.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be fun. I can talk to him about his family. You know. Hopefully he brings his kids and stuff. We get to meet them. I'm just thinking about like people that I want to talk with. I want to talk with them a lot.
Yeah.
We've been on a roll with chemistry, so why not just add another piece of the daycare and take Garrett Stubbs?
Is he part of the daycare?
Or maybe not the daycare. He's part of the band though.
Phillies vibes.
He's part of the band.
Yeah,
I guess he's part of the
vibes.
band, not the daycare.
Yeah.
Garrett Stubbs. I think he's just an electric guy. Like you see him in the clubhouse, the way he parties in the clubhouse after wins, like. He seems just like the life of the party, and what better way to liven up your Thanksgiving table than literally putting the life of the Phillies clubhouse at the Thanksgiving table? I think that's just he's a no-brainer that he deserves a spot at that Thanksgiving table. Mm-hmm. And then this last one, I'm kind of going between two. I think it's a hard decision.
We've gone all current so far?
Except Kelsey.
Except Kelsey.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
But I think I'm just going to keep it current because these are the guys that I know best. And I'm going to roll with another Eagle. I'm going to take Dallas Goedert. I think Dallas Goedert
brings the jokes.
I think Dallas Goedert is a funny guy. I think
Dallas Goedert and Brandon Marsh together.
Dallas Goedert and Brandon Marsh I feel like they mesh.
Frat boy
I feel like they would mesh so well. I feel like there's some great just chemistry on that Thanksgiving roster.
Yeah.
I think it's a great table. I think ultimately
that's gonna be a loud table.
Wrapping up the table, you got Brandon Graham, you got Brandon Marsh, you got Garrett Stubbs, and you got Dallas Goedert. I think you get two Eagles, two Phillies. They know each other. I think that's an electric table. I have no doubt that table is going to be rowdy, that table is going to be loud, and that table is going to be fun.
Lunch aides hate to see that table.
I like that. For my last pick, we're going to go a former player. Okay. We're going to go someone that spices up the table a little bit. My three players aren't, controversial enough, right?
Oh, no. Where is this going?
So we're going to go former 76er, Allen Iverson.
Okay.
The reason why is for a lot of reasons. He brings like the energy, right? He's obviously older at this point, but he's done a ton in his career. I want some veteran presence. I want to hear what he's up to right now. You don't hear about him anymore, right? I want to know what Allen Iverson is doing. He's probably going to he might be gambling the whole time, which would be fun, you know? So
you've got the stuff for it.
Exactly. And then I think the banter between him and Jared McCain would be hilarious. I think it would be so funny.
Does Allen Iverson approve of Jared McCain painting his nails?
That's what I want to know. So this is like questions that we can figure out because you have a former 76er guard that was a star, and now you have Jared McCain who's literally being a great 76er guard. And I want to see, is this a passing of the torch? Is there controversy around this? Yeah. Like, does Allen Iverson...
Allen Iverson was famous for being controversial with the way he dressed for NBA fashion.
And Jared McCain
is the new generation.
Exactly. So you have this, these, storylines. I want to figure this out.
That's good. Yeah.
And it'd be fun to talk with him.
So, wow. Yeah, of course.
Man, these are loaded tables. I don't know how you guys are going to pick. I don't know how you guys are going to vote on which of these are the best because... I think all of these tables are so fun.
Yeah.
I'm also going to round out my table with a former player. I don't want to go all Eagles. Right now I have 3 Eagles. I'm going to add a former Philly J-Roll, Jimmy Rollins.
That's
just
a good one.
A great character. One of the most energetic, fun guys the Phillies have ever had. He was always great with the media. Now he's part of the media. And so he and Kelsey can talk about what it's like being part of the media when you're retired. And he's gonna have some great quotes. I think AJ and Smitty are gonna love him because he's 10 years older than them. Yeah. They're gonna be like, oh, this old head is great. They're gonna call him Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle Jimmy.
I think he's gonna make them crack up. So yeah, I think Jimmy Rollins is a great addition. Jimmy and AJ both wear number 11, so there's a connection there. So yeah, Jimmy Rollins
solid
rounded out
roster.
my table. So
You guys
I like
will have to
that.
let us know who you think won. Obviously,
Which
Owen will throw up the
table was the
graphics
best?
that's a crazy
of what
draft.
the tables are, but
Yeah.
And if I could have
I
had
think
one
you need
more
to find
spot,
like a.
I was gonna say we need honorable
mentions. If I
because
could've-
I had a lot of
if I
tough
could have
picks.
had one more spot, it would have been Tyrese Maxey, just because the Jared McCain
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey dynamic right now would be electric.
Yeah.
But
a lot of smiles at your table.
a lot of smiles, which is how I like
And then
it.
Jalen bounces out.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He's just cool, calm, and collected.
Yes.
Definitely him.
In lieu of the shirt, I think Brian Dawkins would have been a fun one to have.
Fletcher Cox was another
Fletch
one.
was a good one. I think
I was
Fletcher
really considering
or
him.
B-Doc would be good to have.
Yeah.
Another fun one, John Dorenbos.
Oh,
Get some magic.
entertainment factor.
Yes, some magic.
Oh,
that's great.
That's
I didn't
honestly
even
a
think about
huge
him.
miss. That is a huge miss
Yeah.
by me. I just
Yeah.
thought of that now.
That's a great
That's
pick.
a huge miss by me.
Oh,
So-
yeah, he was
but-
long
I think
snapper.
Zach Ertz would be another fun one to have at the table.
Oh, that'd be great.
I think there's a lot of fun Eagles out there that probably would have been really fun to have
I
at
was
the table.
thinking.
That's such
I was thinking Wilt Chamberlain too.
The stories about him are crazy.
Like I think he'd have some lore. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
if Jimmy Rollins gets called Uncle Jimmy, Wilt would have
he'd have
the
some
respect.
He'd have some
Yeah.
lore.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about him too. So I think those are some good names just to throw out there.
Yeah.
Got
Oh,
to
man.
kick off in 5 minutes.
I have okay.
Yeah.
My honorable mentions. I did think about Brian Dawkins because his pre-dinner prayer would be electric. He would be so fired up to eat Thanksgiving dinner. And then also Slay.
I'm just
Jordan Mailata would be like,
yeah, let's go. I'm just picturing like pre-game hype speech mixed with like Southern Baptist pastor like praying.
He's got the
like,
spread out in front of him,
and he's just
then
he's going ham on the turkey.
Jordan
like,
Mailata just starts grabbing
He's
wings.
like, Lord, thank you for this meal. Like, it's Brian Dawkins just like going off
That'd
on
be
it.
so
oh
good.
my gosh.